shadows proud.
Hello and welcome, everyone. Got to apologise to Breeze Tones because he had his volume up way too loud, scared the cat. Man, poor little cat. Apologies to those that wear earphones. I don't know how to change volume. It's set and forget as far as I'm concerned. So I apologise to those that it scares the piss and candles out of. But it's such a good song. God bless AI. And God bless Craig for doing it for me. That's on you, is it, Breeze Stones? So, the hat's on crooked. No, the hat's on straight. The head's on crooked. Scaring away the pussy. Well played, Coil. Great to see everyone in chat already. Fantastic. Thank you so much for being here. Those in the UK, I hope you've recovered from the UK Vapor Expo. I do have what I think is something special to go over tonight. I've got the two turnstones, the full size and the reduced size. And so I'm really excited about that. So a massive shout out to Azza from EarlyBird. I was sent these. I'm not going to hide that fact. Excuse me. So I'm really excited for that because I'm going to do probably stuff that's a little bit different to most people in how they've set them up. They are still in the box. I have not used them. This will be not a box, an unboxing. It's going to be an initial thoughts, an initial reaction to see how they work Birdy's way, I suppose. I did also receive the EarlyBird coils, which is fantastic. So I'm going to do something, like I said, a little bit different with the Turnstone full size. I'm going to actually try shoehorning some 4mm coils in it. And I am using the EarlyBird coils in the full size, and going to run it in series. And then I'm going to probably push the limits of the reduced size, the RS Rally Sport, really small, however you want to say it. And I am going to run some pretty low resistance coils in it and see how it goes. So I'm going to use them at their, what I would say would be their upper limits. So most people that I've seen that have done reviews have run them what I call bread and butter. I'm going to run them a damn sight harder and hotter. So fingers crossed that all goes well. And exactly, mate. Proper testing. I'm going to push it. Shouldn't be worried. I know what you guys are like. So, yeah, like I said, a massive shout out to Azza for sending them through to me. I do appreciate it. And that was the only real mail I got during the week. I do have some stuff that I've got from ModFog from last week. I've mixed up and they're up stooping. I've had all of them before. It was basically a restock except for one, which is the Welsh custard. So that another probably 3 weeks before I get to test that out. I did catch up with Jane during the week and bought another 3 mechs off Jane. God bless. So, excuse me, apologies. They've been sent to Craig because Craig's sending me another parcel. What's a Welsh custard? A custard made in Wales. So that's pretty much as far as I know. Breezetones, to be honest with you. We will go through the regulars, or I'll go through chat. I'll go through a buffet. I've changed a couple of things around, but I'll explain that. So yeah, I've had a full week back at work. I was lucky. I was pretty much eased into it. It wasn't a breakneck week. It was no real quarter past stupid starts, so that's a blessing. And Stuart Valentine, does it taste like sheep? Yeah, I'll let you know, mate. I'll let you know. Up Shrek. I've done the rounds in watching streams this week and taking the piss out of everyone who I could take the piss out of, and it's all been done. In in good spirits. It hasn't been a vicious attack. It's just been take the piss. So yeah, it's been a funny week. There's some very interesting stories come out of Expo about some about some shenanigans. We'll just say a purple dildo, which was a fantastic giggle, I must admit, when I saw the photos and heard the story. So, yeah, it looked like Expo was a lot of fun had, and hopefully not the last time. Excuse me, I got a bit of a tickle in the throat this morning, probably because not guilty, Jane. I find that very hard to believe. Yeah, a bit of a tickle in the throat this morning, and you'll understand why when you see my buffet. I hope Azza has recovered from his little incident at Expo where he got bitten by a horsefly and ended up in hospital. And yeah, it was a very nasty bite. So I hope you've recovered, Azza, and also a very big thank you to Neil Tibbetts, because we did a video call while they were at Foss Rules, mate. 100% Adam. Foss Rules, mate. Yeah, a special thank you to Neil. I did a video chat with Neil while he was at Expo, so I got to go around and see most of the Ohm Zone, which was brilliant. Yeah, so I'm really grateful to Neil for that, and catching up with people and having a chat. So yeah, again, thank you, Neil. Yes, you did, Shrek. And it looked like a wonderful roof ornament. It looked like an absolutely wonderful roof ornament. Yeah, it was great. Update on my wife. It's been a week, but it's marginally improved. So I'm very proud of her. She's, birds of paints, keep on keeping on. She's doing, she's fighting, you know what I mean? Which I'm really proud of her. She's had some wins and some losses, but she's keeping going. So everyone's support that's messaged me, I am so grateful. But yeah, we'll keep on keeping on. So anyway, what we'll do is we'll do a run through chat. I'm going to scroll right back. Oh, before I scroll through chat, don't forget that I have got a poll running. You guys decide whether I do the 30 mil or the reduced size first. It's completely up to you. Thank you, people. I appreciate your sentiments. Me talking about it is my way of releasing it, I suppose. It's my therapy. And those of you that have dealt with someone that has extreme anxiety will know sometimes it's hard to deal with, but me talking about it gets it off my chest, Power in numbers, touche, Bruce Stones, touche. Anyway, we'll go through chat, and I'll do it the old-fashioned way. I'll go right back to the very top. Flavour Craver, big thumbs up. Love your fam. Appreciate you guys greatly. They were first in chat. I don't know when they did it. It was possibly yesterday. Then comes in the Vaping Snowman. Great to see you, Mike. Thanks for joining and tuning in. I do appreciate you. The lovely lady that is Aileen Bell, always here without fail. If Aileen's not here, I start to worry because Aileen's regular as clockwork, and she is a wonderful, wonderful woman. I did get to stream with her once back on the AVS days. Had a blast, had an absolute blast. Great supporter of this, what we call a community. So bless you, Aileen. Vape Reviews UK, great to see you, James. Thanks for being here, mate. I appreciate you. And yeah, keep doing you, boo, mate. You do you. Keep it up with your YouTube channel and your Instagram stuff. So yeah, mate, you keep doing it, mate. Mark Hughes, yeah, mate, I am so glad that they turned up as well, mate. So I'm, like I said, I am excited to use them. Everything else that I've had from EarlyBird has been of the highest quality. Testament to it is that I'm still using it and using it daily. If I continue to use something, that to me is good because I gravitate to it naturally. It's not forced. So yeah, I'm very keen for it. Then after Mark, we had Red Baron. Great to see you, mate. Thanks for tuning in. Hope the weather's better up there than it is down here. I know there has been rain up north. We've got rain for, I think, forecast for about the next 6 or 7 days. So I know Queensland copped a fair bit of it as well. So hopefully it's not too wet for you. Brian Enoch, I hope by the time I'm reading this out that you've actually got home, got yourself a cold beer and a bit of shed time and are relaxing after a week. Tim No Zebras, my brother across the ditch, another man that has spent ridiculous amounts of money on stuff lately, but good on you, Tim. And I know he's a fan of the EarlyBird products also. So from Tim No Zebras, we scroll down to the wire bending maniac that is Mr. Breestones. Great to see you, Adam. Thanks for tuning in, brother. Super early in Radelaide, but I know you're as bad as me with waking up early, and you keep twisting those wires, my brother. Great to see you, mate. Thank you for being here. HQ72, cheers, mate. Yeah, with that stuff from Craig, we're sorting it out. So shouldn't be too much longer for you. the lovely lady that is Leander Mangan. My sweetheart, I hope you are well. I hope things are excellent in your world. And cheers for tuning in. I hope you enjoy it. From Leander, my mad brother, Neil Tibbetts. Like I said, man, big thank you to you for the video chat whilst going around the Ohm Zone. A man that doesn't say a hell of a lot, but when he says, he's as dry and as funny as fuck. Just get Neil to come out of his shell and you'll have a really good laugh, I can promise you. From Neil, we go down to Dave Watman, Handmade Coils. Another maniac of a bloke. Love him to bits. Always a good laugh whenever I'm chatting to those two guys. From there, as a EB, as an early bird. Like I said, mate, again, thank you. I really appreciate it. What you sent me, and that we actually got it here. So that's a big pro. There's the first pro of the EarlyBird Turnstones. They made it here. So thanks, Azza, for tuning in. Like I said, I will test them a little bit different than most. So from there, and down to Voorhees, mate, the legend that is Voorhees. Cheers for tuning in, mate. I hope you and yours are well. And thank you. My little brother, punk rock guitarist. Cheers, mate. I chat with Craig every day in one way, shape, or form. And half of this wouldn't have even been possible if it wasn't for Craig. So, my little brother, love you, and hope the Amy and the kids are well. Stuart Valentine, you fucking bandit. Hope you and yours are great, Stu. Thanks for tuning in. And from there, we go down to the savage that is Coil, the Scottish savage. Great to see you, Coil. It's been an age since we've caught up. Some of this buffet might actually be in your wheelhouse, man. Some of it definitely won't be, but some of it will be. So from Coil, we go down to Takagawa, my brother over in Europe. Greetings and salutation from the Peaky Blinders. Really bad at accents, I know. Please don't berate me for that. From there, Stu Rep. Great to see you, Stu. Thanks for tuning in. MTLHC. Champion, mate. Great to see you. Thank you. Hope you and yours are well. The man with the nicest tip in the world, Mr. Ohms Tips. Great to see you, Lerm. Hope you have recovered fully from Expo and it was exceptionally successful for you. That's an interesting mix. Coffee and Grandma's lemonade. Very interesting mix. You're jumping around like a bride's nightie. From Ohms Tips, we go to my beautiful big sister, Jane Dowd. Thank you for getting that stuff shipped over to Craig so rapidly, Jane. I appreciate you, and for the concentrates as well, darling. Hope you and your beautiful husband are fantastic. From Jane, we keep scrolling down. I know she's in here. There she is, the Purple Princess Vapor Bunny. Hope you and Darren are fantastic, my darling little sister. And cheers for tuning in. We'll catch you in the after show, no, undoubtedly. From the Purple Princess, we go down to the lovely lady that is Cheryl Deemers. Thank you, Cheryl, for tuning in. Hope everything is fantastic in your world. We'll keep scrolling down. And Apex Predator DNA. Cheers, brother. Hope you're great. From Apex Predator, Kirsch and Gunda, another rock solid supporter of the channel and the community. So Kirshen, hope you and yours are well. Got to be getting close to it now. Shrek Vape Reviews, the biggest little man or the littlest big man in the vape scene. Hope you're doing well. Hope you've all recovered from Expo, Shrek. You cheeky bastard. Yeah, for those that don't know, I'm watching Dougie's stream or Fresh TV 69's stream on Wednesday, and it was just a free-for-all. It was just a piss take. So a good laugh, a really, really good laugh. On that note, I do have something to say about Fresh TV. And I think, but I want to wait till I've gone through the whole chat before I talk about it. I think, yep, no one new there yet. Voorhees. No, I've already said Mark Hughes. I think I've got to be getting close. And Flavour Cravers jump back over. And I know I said Tim No Zebra. Suki. Greetings and salutations, my Antipodean. Because that was something that Suki always used to say in the Aussie show. I hope you're well, Suki. Thanks for tuning in all the way from Cologne in Germany. We got Neil to crack a smile. Yeah, few and far between, but when they smile, you know it's something that's gone on that's tickled his funny bone, that's for sure. And no, we're all, I think we're all pretty well caught up. Yep, I think I've got everyone. If I haven't missed anyone, just say that Tim No Zebras is a hobbit. That'll do. Now, on the subject of Fresh TV, I am going to share something on my screen here. There is a community raffle coming up. I'm going to be honest, I know very little about this yet. Dave Watman in chat is fully aware of it. Is being done on Fresh TV's YouTube channel, and if Craig can pop a link, or Neil, Craig can pop a link in that for me for Fresh's channel. Please keep your eyes open, because a date hasn't been set, and this raffle is for Brett from Fugly Juice and I forget the name of the vape shop. Thank you, punk rock guitarist. EB are supporting it. 27th of May we're looking at, are we, Dave? Fantastic, thank you. So Brett's son, this is in regarding Brett's son, Triumph Vapes. Thank you, Bunny. So Brett from Triumph Vape / Fugly Warrior, Fugly Juice, is running this for his son. His son is quite poorly, and he needs our support. Please, Shytots, Jane, you are guaranteed to support, because you are a stalwart. So you've got there's two already. You've got Shytots and EarlyBird supporting. I know Dave is supporting. I'm sure if we hit up Flavour Craver, ModFog is in 100%. There you go. Shrek is supporting. So look, they need our support. They need our help. And it's a raffle. So get in, support it, and help them as much as possible. Because anyone who's a parent can understand, when it comes to your kids, you will move heaven and earth for them, no matter what it is. I know personally, I would go to jail for my kids, and I don't say that lightly. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I would go to jail for my kids. So, but yeah, so if we can, I will post this leading up, obviously, and keep supporting it and promoting it, so to speak. But yes, it is upcoming. So yeah, let's get behind it where we can. So anyway, excuse me. That's that. So Dave brought that to my attention. So make sure you also go and support Dave and the rest of the people that are supporting it. And there's a segue into supporters of my channel. the lovely Shytots, Zero Mods, Lcious Flavours, SteamCraft Customs, Flavour Craver, ModFog, and Dave's Coils. John the Vaping Joker, JVJ. Hope you're doing well, man. Thanks for tuning in. We just got to go and support all of the above. You're doing, Neil, you're doing bits for it right now. That's fantastic. I know Dave Watman will be doing it as well. Anyway, time for the first butthole. There you go. First butthole of the evening. Just a quick, sharp, short, shiny butthole flying off into the distance. Neil will be spinning coils all night, burning the midnight oil, so to speak. I love this cup because it was my dad's, but the coffee just doesn't stay hot in it fast enough for me as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, I suppose it's time to do a buffet. So run that bumper. Breeze tones, it may be a little bit loud, so watch the cat.
Neon haze in the night sky, clouds rising high. Plastic kings in a vapor dream. Vapor fair, let's see them marks. Show me the glow, show me the gods. Vapor fair, where the brave exhale. Blow that storm, blaze that trail.
Okay, and here we have first up, we have the purple mix with the Edge RTA on top. Thank you very much to Squiddly Tris for sending me the Edge, and Craig for the mix, for that matter. In that is the Locum from Shytots. So I do actually have another batch coming, thank Christ. So from there, next we have the EarlyBird setup, the Harrier 80 with the Sparrow on top, the Sparrow full size. This is g'day Lauren Johnson. How are you, sweetheart? Hope you're well. Thank you for tuning in. Where I sit in the lounge room, I have a little coffee table next to me, and I have like literally 7 setups sitting on there, and this is there every day. So it is getting a fair thumping in that some of the Fuji apple, strawberry, and nectarine nearly finished the bottle, so I will do a flavor change out on that. But rock solid. It is just, yeah, sensational. Oh, you got the yeah, nah, nah. Yeah, nah, nah. Nice. Nice. From there, we flip over to an El Thunder with an Arthur RDA on top. And I'm running a higher resistance in this coil, or these. I'm running higher resistance coils in this, just because it is a restricted RDA. Robert Lawyer, good evening, mate, from the streets of Philadelphia. I hope you are well. Yeah, running a little bit higher build in this just because of the RDA. It's not, this RDA is definitely not conducive for wild ass builds in that. In some of that is the ModFog Grandma's Lemonade, which I also have more of that steeping as we speak. Then, like I said, the gods have arrived. Still running the Omen with the Asgard, the Absolute. Honestly, it is my not my end game, because I don't think that'll ever end, but this is my holy grail. In that I am running some of Twisted Timmy's cream, the dark berry cream, delicious stuff. And yeah, this is just fucking gorgeous. From there, I've changed it round a little bit. I took the Emperor RTA off the S30 and put it on the S40, and still a series mod, so it's basically no change difference, just an aesthetic change. But I took the Voltro in the Emperor. I am running the Lcious Strawberry Swirl because I took the Voltro 38 V2 off and put it on the Mod Maker Buzz Box, and because this is a triple series, or I would say triple series, it's potentiometered, 12.4 volts, 12.5 volts, and it is fucking spicy. This mod actually, even though it's 21 700, responds like a lipo. It is crazy. And for some reason or other, the other week when I went to use it, it didn't work. And I think it was my own stupidity. I think it was, I might have fucked up putting the battery in the wrong way. But anyway, I didn't pull it apart. I was going to. And then I think it was a day or two ago, I put some batteries in it and I went, oh, you bastard, you're working now. So I've got the Voltro 38 on top, and in that is some of Shytots Ducky's Pair. So that is my buffet for this week. It is a spicy. Well, Brian, you should be opening that box and using that Cloud9 because it is send bloody sensational. So yes. So anyway, those that, like I said, those that have come in, jumped in while I was doing the buffet, thank you for being here. Cloud9 is where it's at. Got to agree, mate, because all the EarlyBird coils come with Cloud9. So hence I'll just put them there so we can have a bow peep at them. You don't need to see that. We'll flip back over cameras for a sec. So these are the EarlyBird coils that Azza so graciously sent me. Cloud9 is the way, 100 breeze tones. You're just getting used to the Cloud9, Dave. It takes a little bit of getting used to once you learn how to wick with it and how to separate it and do it whatever way you do, whether you roll it or you just split it down the middle like I do. But yeah, look, a great selection of coils in here. They've covered most bases from 2.5 mil right up to been using tampons. I'm just going to leave that alone there, Dave. I could say a lot, but I'll only I'll only get myself in trouble. So from like I said, from 2.5 mil for dual coil use, if you like, to MTL. There is MTL in there. You know, you got 3.5 mil coils in here. You got 4 mil coils in here. 3 mil coils. You know, some of these I will probably end up bastardizing. You've got MTL coils in here. So you've got a great selection, and they're packaged with Cloud9 cotton. So yeah, I'm really excited to really give these a bit of a bashing. Like I said, I am going to use they call them the H40, which is a 8-wrap 8-wrap 4mm coil. Should come in at around 0.29 in dual coil. Let's see if I can get that up wrong way. And where's that focus? No, there. That's probably about as good as I'm going to get it with my shaky hands. So I'm going to put in, yeah, these are going to go into the Turnstone full size, 30 millimeter, whatever you want to say it. So I am going to try these at, yeah, I'm going to push the limits. And I'm not going to bastardize them because this is high for me for series at 0.29. I'll leave it at that. I won't take a wrap off them. I'll use them as they came to respect them, but that's what I am going to put into the Turnstone. So, but yes, again, like I said, thank you again to Azza and the EarlyBird team, and that's what we will use in the full size. Anyway, flip back over, have a breather, have a vape. Let's have a look at this poll result. We'll close this poll off. End poll. So the results are in. We had 37 votes. The Turnstone 30 millimeter won out, so 54%, pretty close. Thank you to everyone that voted in the poll. We will run the we will build the 30 millimeter first, and I am going to put it on to a series mech. I am going to put it onto the 0S, which is what I was running the Emperor on. To be honest, I was going to try it, and I still may yet, even though it looks a little bit funny. I was going to try it on the Buzzbox. I still may do that yet, just to see how far I can really push it. So I'll do a reset on this camera. Excuse me. And let that kick back in. And we will flip back over, and I will put my, as Grim calls them, my Anthony Ramellas on, so I can see what the hell I'm doing. And let's flip over and have a look. Here we have it. Now, I will tell you that all I have done is taken this out of the box, had a look at it, and tried it on some mods without actually putting a build in it or using it. So this is purely a first experience. So the Turnstone, EarlyBird Turnstone packaging, as usual, is absolutely 100% on point. Box, you've got your literature that's in there, which you guys have all seen. I'm not going to run through it all. We have this beautiful Turnstone. We'll have a look at this because I do need to take the peripheral pouch out because there is something in there that I definitely need, which is a solid pin, because it's a personal thing. I don't particularly like these bung pins. And look, number I've got, number 28. Wow. Without Azza even knowing, he's, like I said, Azza sent this to me, but 28 is significant to me because that's my birthday, is the 28th. So how's that for a coincidence? Wow. That is amazing. And I love the logo on the bottom. It looks fantastic. So I am going to change that over. I am going to get out the solid pin and use it. So I'm there. So I'm going to need that filler, and I need to get out that solid copper pin, and without losing it. So there's the solid copper pin. That'll be the first thing I change over. Put that over there out of the road. So let's have a look at it. Azza sent me the matte black, and like I said, I'm OCD, so I'll make sure that it matches. Like I said, I took these out of the box just to have a look at them and compare them on different devices to see what I would set it up as. So on my little Buddha from Bearded Viking Customs, clean as a whistle, as you would expect. And these have slotted screws in them, which I don't mind. And actually, while I think of it, we'll take that back off there because I'll change that pin over first up. Get that out of the road. So it's done. I don't forget. And spin you out of there. That's gold plated by the looks of it. This is solid copper. And I'll get rid of that one. Put that in the peripheral bag so I don't lose it. Put you over there. Let's pull the deck apart first, shall we? And where's the positive side? Check it out. All clean as a whistle. Beautiful peak insulator, all in perfect condition. And yes, Azza, I've got to say, I do like the matte finished deck. I think it looks, I actually prefer the matte finished deck as opposed to a shiny, the stainless steel deck. I have some goons which are probably clones that are a matte black deck. So I also want to check that those little grubs are tight in there. No, and that's the wrong size, so I'll have to get the one that came in the peripheral pouch and tighten those, make sure that they don't come loose in the deck. And I will take out is that one tightened up? No, I don't think so. That is that the right size? It's got to be. It's the smaller of the two. Can't tell if that's in there or not. I can't tell. It just doesn't feel right. That one's too big. Actually, I'll get my Allen keys because I'm pedantic. Just doesn't feel right. Azza, while you're in here, what size are these? Oh, there we go. That's tight, yes. And that's tight. Beautiful. Okay, so I can get rid of these screws now. These hex keys and that hex key. No, I agree. Detail focus is not being pedantic. I want to take out that negative post just to be on the safe side, and I know that it's right. So we'll use this fella. I like to strip everything down before I do it, before I use it rather. So I can check everything out and make sure I see how it works. I know that's loose. I don't know, maybe it's not. Maybe I still do have it, still half a thread holding it on. There we go. So as you can see, there's your negative block. So you can fully clean it, pull it apart for cleaning purposes, which I think is a wonderful idea. Sit that back in there. Sit you back in there. Gotcha. Right, okay. So that's sitting in nice and snug. We'll put the positive post back in. I know I've probably done this ass up to most people and done the deck before I've done the top cap. That needs a bigger screwdriver. Threading is beautiful and smooth. No notchiness, no. Dead Node, great to see you, mate. Hope you're having a great time in Rome with you and your beautiful lady. So there's the EarlyBird excuse me, Turnstone deck. That's the wrong size driver for that. Is that the right one? That's the right one. I'm going to back these screws out now while I think about it. Excellent. That was beautiful and smooth. That one's a little bit tight. No, it's nice and smooth now. Beautiful and smooth. Perfect. Beautiful and smooth. Yeah, excellent. So the same as what I had with the Emperor is that one screw is a little bit catchy. That's all. Still goes in and out fine, but it's just a little bit catchy on that. So, okay, let's have a look around the top cap. I don't know if this will pick it up. Let's go. We'll just change that focal point a little bit. You can see how the airflow works. As you turn it, it closes off the airflow. You can see that closing it down to wide open. And a stopper at either end. Okay, we'll bring it back down here, change that focal point. Fairly low profile drip tip, which is quite nice. I don't mind the EarlyBird drip tips. I do prefer a more of a Voltrove style drip tip, or this is a personal thing. I like this shape where it's got a bit of a swoosh in it. That is my preferred type of drip tip. And I don't know whether I'm going to be able to get my fingernail in under there yet, because I cut my fingernails the other day. There we go. I'll take this off so you can take that inner chamber out. There it is with a O-ring on it in a smoked out finish. I like the idea of this in that being that it's matte black, and it doesn't matter, I suppose, with any of them, but it gives you a little bit of contrast, and then you can do a little bit more heat sink ring. Yeah, you can do a little bit more matchiness. You know, you can play with contrasting stuff, and it also, with the low profile drip tip, kind of sort of protects you a bit. With me, it doesn't really matter because I've got a dirty, great big moustache and beard protecting me. So this is on a notch and rail system, which we've all seen before, but it's metal. So that's a good thing in my opinion. As you can see, the airflow comes in from the side, hits here, comes down, and goes into your undercoil airflow. So that sits on like top of so. So your airflow is always centered on your coil, no matter how you adjust the outside barrel. Your airflow will always hit smack bang on the coil. And that's something that really, really, I think is critically important. Fresh TV, great to see you here, Doug. Did shout out you before regarding the charity stream. So thank you for that, mate. So jump over and click on Fresh TV's channel if you haven't already, so you can keep your eyes peeled for the charity stream. A bastard, good morning, young fella. So yeah, that's how it all works. So like I said, your airflow will come in from the side, hit here, go down into that undercoil airflow. And what I like about this is they've actually got rail system here. So when the airflow comes in, it catches it properly and directs it in. I like the idea of that. And any airflow that goes past basically gets recycled back up anyway. So I think that's a very clever idea. The fit and finish on this is bang on. You know, I think it's just excellent for what they're worth to purchase. I think it's very, very good fit and finish machining. So anyway, we'll stick this back in. Like I said, you just got to find the home for it and lock it in. I like that it's metal on metal. I actually like that idea more than the Ultim inserts. So yes, I think that's successful. I'm going to run it with the original drip tip that it comes with, but I dare say further down the line I'll change it out. So let's open the phones, shall we say, and get this thing built. Like I said, the EarlyBird H40s. So we'll open these up. Packaging again is very much on point. So you'll actually get to see the resistance I'm using on a mod for a change. Let's hopefully see if that's going to be big enough to do 4mm coils. It should be. I'll just sit that over there. And I'm going to have to get myself another bit for that, because my Jimmy Death Rage coil jig only does up to 3.5mm, and these are 4s. I want the 4mm one. Shouldn't have cut my fingernails, because now it's hard to get shit out. 4mm jig. I think these are going to be cut somewhere around 6mm. 6mm as 5.5mm. And are they coils wide enough? Oh yes, they are going to have a little bit of a stretch in them. Yeah, they are going to have a little bit of a stretch in them, because on the look of it, it is an exceptionally wide deck. Not that that worries me in the slightest, but it is a very, very, very wide deck. So as it's saying at 5.5, so that's where we'll go. And where's my snippers? Okay. Watch your eyes. A little bit of a tag there. Got you off there. Watch your eyes. Good job. One done. 5.5 again. Duchess, you sexy beast, you. Hope you're doing well, man. Watch your eyes. Good job. And watch your eyes. Good job. Okay, put the snips over there, put the coil over there, and then we'll get rid of the offcuts. Just because I'm paranoid doesn't mean they're not out to kill me. All right, that's that. So 4mm jig. Yeah, they are stretched a wee little bit, but that's okay. Actually, okay, we'll get that in there, sitting in there, and give that a tighten down. Give you a tighten down. And slot you. Spread your legs, one. Get you in there. And you in there. Let's have a look, see. I might have to give these just a wee bit of a spread, I think. Not really what I want to do, and lift them up a bit. That is awful close to that airflow. Very close to that airflow. It clears it though. That one's got to go across a wee bit that way. Oh, that is super close to that deck. Super close. That one a little bit of a stretch up. And that one a little bit of a stretch up. A bit more. Now we're clearing. It's going to be a bit of a squeeze in there, but we'll get it. We have the technology, Houston. Squeeze that back a wee bit. That'll cut. Security. Throw and shoot around the place. Where did the fuck did they go? There. I've got to make, talking about throwing shit around, I've got to make myself up a new spring for my slug mod. I was cleaning the switch on it the other day and I sent the spring flying and I can't for the love of God find it. So, which has pissed me off. So, what does as I say to dry fire these in at? 15 watts. Okay. Flick you 0.18. So we go down to 15 watts. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to chat at the moment. And 20 watts. I think 15 is probably a little bit low. I'll be here for a month. Are we firing? Yes, we are firing. That's when you find everything, Bruce Tones, when you get the replacement. Yeah. No, I think I'll actually have to make a spring for it, Adam. But it's a fine little spring. Come on, baby girl. Give us some colours. We are starting to get colour. And what I like about, the reason why I like to do and keep these things for live is that there can be no bullshit. If something goes pear-shaped, you guys see it. And I think that's excellent. I don't know why I use that end. All right, we'll just check that. That should have come up a fair way. It did. We'll go down to Wattos and we'll change them up. Bump them up to 30 will do. Firing for me. Yep, we're firing. Starting to get a bit of glow. You just need to learn to build the sparrow, do you, Duchess? I can honestly say I've had no dramas with it. Okay, we're going to bump those wattages up again. Oh, you dickhead. Back wattages. I'll take them up to, about 48 will do. Because they're going to get hit with a hell of a lot more power than that when they're being used, that's for sure. Starting to look pretty damn good there. I'll close that up a bit. Push that up a bit through the center. It's a little bit collapsed in there in the middle without damaging anything. It's a little bit better. Glowing inside out, which is what we want. We'll take them up to some more serious power. Okay, they're up at 80 watts. No hot spots. I'll take them up a bit further. Up at 130 watts. Beautiful. Righto. Take them right up. 182 watts. Beautiful. All right. Flip back over cameras for a minute. I can have a breather. Take my Anthony Ramellas off. Let them cool down because they need to cool down. And no. Top that coffee back up with some fresh stuff so it's nice and warm. And enjoyable. So, just a quick question, the Cloud 9 cotton that you put in here, that's just a normal strip, yeah? Like as in just straight off a spool, because that's what it feels like. For size comparison. Cody Vogler, hope you're doing well, mate. So good. All right. So that's the bit of cotton that came out of the packaging. There's a cotton that's spooled up. I just want to compare it. Yeah, exactly the same. Exactly the same. Cool. So I know how to work with it. Okay, so the 2 4mm coils. Yeah, boxes of pre-cut cotton from, yeah, they did it all for you. Yeah, just comparing the thickness to what would come off a roll because of the way I work with it. Because for 4mm coils, I'll tear off about, even that probably still feels a bit thick. That feels about right. 4mm, yeah. Right, that'll do. Jesus, Birdie, you're throwing shit around left, right, and fucking center this morning. Don't need that. Okay, so we'll just reset that. We'll flip back over so we can see what the fuck we're doing. All right. Oh, yeah. Got it bang on there, Birdie. Got it bang on, mate. Cut you off there. Cut you off there. Give that a bit of a rake out. A bit of a clump there. Really need to get some more fucking tweezers. People fed. 1,000 sets sold in 2 days globally. Damn. Wow. That's fantastic, Azza. Absolutely fantastic. Nice there. Pretty straightforward, this thing. Sorry, I'm not talking a lot. For a change. Enough, yeah. They've got pretty decent sized juice wells in these too, so that's a huge, huge plus. Nicely, nice and fluffies. Tucked in, okay. What am I going to use on this? I think I'm going to use, well, I'm definitely saving. I'm going to put the Lcious on it. Raspberry white chocolate cheesecake. Actually, just before I put that on, what did that come out at? Settings, atomizer, 0.28. Supposed to come in at 0.29. Geez, you can't bitch at that. Definitely don't want 182 watts. Now, I'm not putting Mexican fried ice cream on it. I want to put a flavor profile I know pretty well inside out, back to front, so I can see how good the flavor actually is out of it. You know, how else are you supposed to know how flavorful an atomizer is if you put a liquid that you're not 100% clear on? You know, this is a liquid that I have used literally liters of. So I need to know the profile backwards before I can say categorically that it produces good flavor or not. You know, I'm not one of those people that just slaps liquid in it and goes, oh yeah, the flavor's amazing. How the fuck would you know if you don't use, you know, if you've hardly used that flavor profile? You know, the raspberry white chocolate cheesecake was the first liquid that I had from Lcious. So who does that, Dave Watman? I have absolutely no idea, mate, but I know there's plenty of fucking reviewers that do, or YouTubers that do, or Instagrammers for that matter. You know, I have literally gone through, I would say, probably 2 liters of this stuff without batting an eyelid. All right. So that's that. Top cap, the O-ring tension on that top cap's nice. Let's see what it's like after it's been wet. Take the Anthony Ramellas off. Flip over cameras. Like I said, we're going to put it on the S30 from Zero Mods AU. Yes, Dave, you're dead right, mate. You have one toot on it. Oh, it's the best RDA you've ever used. How can you say that? Like, seriously, what a crock of shit. Absolute crock of shit. So throw a fresh set of batteries in. They were straight off the charger. Final resistance come in at 0.28. Supposed to come in at 0.29, so you can't bitch at that. It's pretty fucking accurate. So, which I said, like, that's a little bit high for me in series, but so it won't be as warm as what I'm used to. But what I am going to do is I'm going to take the Voltrove off, and I am going to try it on the buzz box and see how it goes on that. Get some serious power. So anyway, first toot. Is it the greatest thing ever? Off the jump, the airflow is very smooth. And there's a lot of it. I actually thought that the cheers, Bruce Stones. Yeah, I actually thought that putting the 4mm coils in there would restrict it, but it hasn't. The airflow is, yeah, you've still got a bucket load of airflow, which suits me because that's how I like it. And it's very smooth, but you've got double diffused airflow, so you've got to expect that you would have smooth airflow. I'm going to say straight out, I'm not a huge fan of the drip tip. Mi hermano. G'day, Oscar. Hope you and your beautiful family are well and you've recovered from Expo. Yeah. Yeah, I really want to change out that drip tip. For some reason, yeah, well, as you would expect, as if you close the airflow down, it would increase your flavour. So I've turned that down. I've closed off 4 holes, so it's 1/3 closed. Yes, you do get a slight bump of flavour, but not dramatically increased for me. And that's what I said. That's closing off 4 holes out of the 12. 12, is it? Yeah. Yeah, 4 out of 12. So 1/3 closed. Cut it down to half. Yep. Flavour definitely comes up closing the airflow down, but I'm going to be honest, I don't like it closing the airflow down. It's a very, very comfortable, smooth airflow. I'm getting the flavour that I expect. You know, like I said, liters of this stuff, and I'm getting all the flavour that I expect, which is bang on. You know, I don't know what people said though. Those O-rings were loose, because mine are bang on. These O-rings are working a treat. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know where people. I've heard a few people say, or a couple of people, I should say that the O-ring tolerances on theirs wasn't the greatest. That's fucking pretty bang on as far as I'm concerned. Wow, it's foggy in here. Holy crap on a cracker. And I have got the fan going. Kari must be asleep. Yeah, Aileen. All right. Let's try it with some serious fucking power. Put it on the buzz box. Going to look a little bit. And they were all the same O-rings as what they were when they were assembled. Well, hang on. I'm not holding on to the mod. And that's got 2 batteries in it. So, yeah. Look, I know this is going to look a little bit like a pimple on a pumpkin. Right? But hang on. So, there it is on the buzz box. Look, it doesn't look bad. It just looks like a pimple on a pumpkin. So, that's toasty. Hey, now we're fucking getting somewhere. Righto. I want to make sure that that's fucking wet. I don't want that dry. Oh, helps if you open the top, you fucking retard. Let that soak up there. What's that at? Oh, no, we'll turn it down a little bit from there. We're not going to get it at the full 12.6 volts yet. We'll give it about 10 volts. Now that's got some flavour. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah, that's running somewhere around 10 volts. Let's give it full noise. 12.6 volts. Azza, can you do me a 40 mil turnstone? I want a 40 mil turnstone for my buzz box, because that is fucking sensational like that. Actually, you know what I just thought about it. What it will look better on. the rule breaker. I'll put that on me rule breaker. All right, time to play musical mods, because that's living on the buzz box. That is living on the buzz box. So I'm musical mods. I'm going to put the Emperor back on the S30. I'm going to put the Voltrove back on the S40. And the poor little Turnstone is on the buzz box. And man, these are just unbelievable. Wow, I can't believe how foggy it is in here. Holy crap on a cracker. That's wild. I've never fogged out my shed this much yet. And like I said, I've got the fan going. Jesus. Winner fucking chicken dinner. Yeah. Okay. There's a 3 battery mod. It's got 3 21-700s on it. I'm holding the top cap, and those O-rings have got tension on them. Beautiful. Fucking sensational. Yeah. Fit, finish, flavor. Flavor is as good as anything I've had out of it. It is a low build. Those that want to do the maths, 0.28 at 12.6 volts. So whatever that is, I can't work it out in my head at the moment. My brain hurts. I know someone will be in chat going, it's this many watts. Well, whatever it is, that's working. Excellent flavor. Obviously, I'm not going to restrict the airflow when I'm running that much power. The only drawback with it that I can see is that you've got to have big coils. That's the only drawback. They've obviously solved that issue with the RS, but you've got to have big coils. Now, they were 8 wrap, 4mm coils. And they didn't, your legs were still like that. For me, it's not an issue because I run big fucking coils. That's no brainer to me. But to some people, that is going to be an issue because I run such big coils anyway. It's neither here nor there to me. I'm not going to draw, a nice set of 4-core SFCs in there. Actually, I'll tell you what, that would 4-core SFCs to give you the width would be absolutely exceptional, I reckon. Yeah, Neil, it is a P Super. I'm going to actually have to open the door up. Holy crap on a cracker. I've never seen my shed this foggy. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. And I've only got just get that cracking. Sorry for the background noise for a bit. Just to get that cracking. Get that really circulating. This is try and clear some fucking air in here. Yeah, I've got the door open now. I've got the window open, which I had before. I had the window open. I didn't have the door. Yeah, that's it. That's the only criticism I would have of it for the average user. Someone like me, like I said, it fucking neither here nor there. But yeah, that's definitely a winner. That is definitely a winner. So, all right. So what we'll do now is we'll have a look at the really small or rally sport or whatever you want to say. I will just clean up some mess here, so I'm not tripping over shit and standing on stuff and losing stuff. And yeah, so I'll just sit this all down out of the road. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to compare it to any other product because I don't believe that's fair. But I do think it is a very good product from my initial use because I'm getting the flavor I want, the airflow I want, and what more can you fucking want? I think we've cleared enough now that I can. Righto. Fucking Jesus. Righto. Let's reset the camera. Did I turn it back on? Yep, I did. Go me. So we're going to have a look at the. It's fucking purple, you colorblind fuck. Hi. Hi, it's Birdy. It's a party. Okay, let's have a look at the really small Rally Sport reduced size. Same packaging as you would expect. And stainless this time. So the cute little beast that it is does have the same 510 pin in it, which will get changed out straight away. Put my Anthony Ramellas on. So let's have a look, see. Again, I have not. That's the first time I've even taken the top cap off. So exactly the same as what we've just gone over. So I'm not going to go over it all again. The difference being is that this has 10 holes as opposed to 12. And your airflow holes are smaller on the RS, which you would expect. It's a 24 millimeter atomizer. So you've got to condense things down. You colorblind fuck. I'm not going to pull this all apart and go through it because it's exactly the fucking same, except really small. I will back out. No, use the right screwdriver. I will change over that positive post. Positive, well, 510 pin. Okay, that's very smooth in and out. They were in tight for transport, I would say. That's really smooth. RS for really smooth. Yep. Really smooth. And really smooth. Like I said, change out that 510 pin. I'm not even going to comment on the airflow reducer. Everyone's seen it. I will say that I will never use it because I like airflow. Okay, there's a 510 pin. And how many people have melted it is fucking ridiculous. Look, people, if you're going to put an insert in, make sure you cut your legs long enough to fucking make sure that they clear the fucking said insert. Sorry, but that just makes fucking sense to me. So that's nice and tight. Put that back in there. Put that back in there. And there we have it. Okay. So as you can see, like I said, like on the first one, exactly the same thing, except it's a fair bit smaller. So obviously you would expect that this would have much better flavor, being that it's a far smaller, more compact, condensed deck. In this, I'm going to use some Dave's coils. Looking at these things, I reckon they'd be 5mm. SFCs, these are. Yeah, SFCs. Some Dave's SFCs. This is going to be realistically a fairly low build for a fairly small atomizer. Come on, you fucking get that bit of wire out so I don't catch anything. I don't know if you guys could see it, but I could. So 5mm it's going to be. Five millimeters. One, two, and that fan is getting cold. One and two. And having that door open is cooling down. I don't know. It's not too bad here this morning. It is 13 degrees. And they fit in there absolutely fucking bang on perfectly. Oh, giddy up. They absolutely fit perfectly. Oh, look at that. Yeah, baby. That is sexual chocolate. That is absolute sexual fucking chocolate. Like these coils were designed for this RDA. Perfect width. Where'd the fucking hair go around that hole? There you go, you silly fuck. They are nice and close together, so it's going to be a tight squeeze. Clearing everything there. They are close on the deck, that's for sure. Yeah, it's going to be a squeeze with 3mm coils in there, and being that they're SFCs. So, let's get some happenings here. I'll get rid of that while I'm moving that around. Sorry, peoples, but I have got to close that door because it's getting cold and I've got to turn that fan down. Right. That's better. I can hear myself. Right. Let's get this hip hopping happening. So here we have yeah, we'll start them with that. Here we go. Well, it's a snug fit, but hopefully everything comes out kosher. I love SFCs, to be honest with you, Dave. I've told you before. And these are coming in straight away. Look at that. Beautiful, getting the gold through it. Yeah, buddy. Look at that. Looking sick as tits. Heating up lovely inside out. I think there is a little hot spot in there somewhere. Yep. This is only at 25 watts. So everyone's gone quiet on me. Hopefully everyone's still interested. All right, let's bump that power uppage a bit. It's up to 38. Getting a few little hot spots pop up there. Overall, they're pretty fucking clean. Still here, Dave. Still here, Aileen. Thank you. Oh, I wouldn't say master beta. Come on. You just been douchebags. They're pretty fucking clean. Yeah, Mark, you would expect that. You would expect that a more condensed RDA would give you better flavour. You would expect it, you know, but sometimes it's also about the amount of power that you put through. Coil. Right, that's coming through at 63 watts. They're coming in beautiful. No hot spots. Let's flippy over camera. I can have a vape and a breather. I haven't done the calculation, Coil, so 0.28 at 12.6 volts. So whatever that comes out at. Yeah, whatever that comes out at. Someone want to work it out for me? Because my head hurts, so. I think it should be 500 watts or something. Yeah, it's fucking good though. It is. I'm getting amazing flavor. That heat sink fin works because I'm getting no heat transference to my lips. I'll be honest. 567. That was about, I said 500, so round numbers. So, right. Oh, come on. See, I took my Anthony Ramellas off and I can't see shit now. This is a bit thick, I think. And it's just the pieces that no. Cotton wastage. That was the leftover from the EarlyBird stuff. Get a fresh piece. $5.50 Azza. There you go. Take a little bit off that for 3mm. So, well, the turnstone can handle 550 watts without batting an eyelid. And your coils can handle 500 watts, mate. So there you go. Might conduct an experiment and put it on the big boy LiPo and take it up to, oh, no, I can't because it's under 0.3. It won't fire it. Bastage. I was going to say I'll put it on the big boy LiPo and see how it goes, but the big boy LiPo won't fire under 0.3 and they were at 0.28. So, no can do. Which is a shame, but that's life. Give this a quick little rake out. All right. 3mm. I'm expecting that with being this tight on the, type of tight on the deck, that I should get a bit of restriction out of this airflow wise. And I am going to run the Lcious Boysenberry Jam Scone in it because I'm going to do what I don't normally do and see how it goes against another RDA that I tried and I got absolutely ridiculous flavor out of using that exact liquid. So I'm going to compare like for like. May not make my opinions public, but that's what I'm going to do to myself. So just tuck it in, send it home. Because every person I've seen that's built this so far has used a much higher resistance pair of coils than I am using. Actually, why don't I just check that while I'm talking about that? Yeah, bang on where they're supposed to be, Davey boy. Dave knows what coils I'm using because he fucking built them. So please don't make it public, Dave. You got 0.1s in yours, Dave? No, get that off there. I don't want you running down there. Fuck. I reckon I could just about drink this liquid. Is that good? Thank you, mate. Get that absorption happening. The tiny little pulses to get the capillary action happening. And that should be good enough, I reckon. Put this top cap back on. Now, this top cap did get wet when I was putting the coils, juicing it up. There you go. Again, no fucking issue. That is nice. That is nice and snug. So, I'm sorry, but I have had no issue on the whatsoever. Okay, what are we going to put it on? I think I'm going to put it on something that I think is very special. Considering there is only 50 of these. That is the RCM Caranthea. And I think it'll look fucking good as gold on this too. I think it'll look lovely. What do you guys reckon? I think that looks pretty fucking sick. Yeah? Winner, chicken dinner. Anyway, let's throw a battery in it. Fresh battery off the charger. Oh, actually, before I do that, I better check something because I didn't check it. Just double check that the resistance didn't change when I put the top cap back on. So just do that before I open my pile. Settings, atomizer, measure. Nah, we're good as gold. And firing. Beautiful. Very nice. Fucking Jesus, Bird, you're hopeless. Dropping shit left, right, and center. As long as I'm not dropping me guts, that's what matters. Okay. Battery. Nice. Give that a little bit more drippage action. All right. Take off the Anthony Ramellas. Flip over cameras. And let's have a look-see. So here we are. The EarlyBird. Really small. Rally Sport. Really sexy. Whatever. John Solomon's, good evening, ginger-bearded vape god. Let's have a toot. Flavour, straight up, is bang on. Yes, there is far more restriction, which I expect. Have a sip of coffee. Motherfucker, that's cold. I'm running a low build. It's up around, yeah, no, it doesn't matter. It's a hot build, right? I think this would go better for me. For me, I'm saying this for me. This is not a criticism of it. I think this would, for me, would suit better with 2.5mm coils in it, still running the same resistance, because to me, the airflow is just that bit too restricted for my liking with 3mm coils in it. Anyone who likes a hint of restriction could run 3mm coils in this without any dramas whatsoever. Me, same resistance, 2.5mm coils, getting more airflow through would benefit me. obviously it's a learning experience. I would, like I said, I would run this. I will change out the coils to get the best out of it that I want. Oh, mate, you take care, Azza. Thanks, mate. Love to you and the family, mate. I appreciate you being here. And thanks again, mate. Much appreciated. Look, the flavor is fantastic. The flavor is exactly what I expect. I'm getting all the notes out of it. But I think the airflow is, for me, is changing it. If I put 2.5 millimeter coils in this, I think I would get better airflow. Therefore, I'd get flavor that I wanted. The flavor is very intense. Yeah, agreed, Dave. Yeah, the SFCs are a bigger coil. Excuse me. But 2.5 millimeter SFCs to give me the width that I want, or maybe a 2.5 millimeter alien with an extra wrap to give me the width, because I like my coil legs to be very straight up and down. I don't particularly like my coil legs like this, and these coils were bang on perfect width for it. So yeah, it is sensational. The airflow is super smooth, even though, like I said, it's restricted. It is wide open. Just double checking that. The airflow is wide open. It is smooth as the diffuser is working. The airflow perfectly. So the airflow is encompassing all of that coil or coils. But yeah, look, I would change the drip tip because it's too low. And when I say too low, I am getting a bit of heat transference, but I'm running a low build. These are not criticisms. These are just, I know what I've put in here resistance-wise. I know how much heat is coming through, so it is going to have an impact on my experience. But fit and finish-wise, okay, there you go. It dropped, but that's a lot of weight. So, Craig D, hello, mate. Hope you're well. Yeah, look, it's not that it's loose on there. Oh, this one's probably a little bit looser, to be honest. It is a little bit looser than the 30 mil. That's the only thing I would say. The O-ring tolerance is probably not quite as good on this one. That's the only real, it's not even a negative. It is, yes, they are looser. The O-rings, that's just is what it is. But realistically, you should never pick a mod up by its RDA anyway. Let's be fair dinkum about it. Flavor on point, build quality on point. Would I say they're Asgard killers? No. That's just I must have coil. So yeah, hang on, just let me scroll back up. Sorry, bud. I did miss your question, mate. Okay, Birdman, the Kennedy 24 tube, the straight one, and came out with 3 post deck. It was a roundhouse, yeah. Yeah, it was a roundhouse. I have there's the 18650 version roundhouse coil, but that's the fuck you edition. Yeah, it was just the roundhouse is what it was called, mate. Yes, 100%. Yeah, Kennedy roundhouse. And I do believe they did make these in 21700 as well. Because, yeah, I think they redid them. So not 100% on that. But yes, because I've got a roundhouse and I've got a ruby roundhouse. So, but that's pretty much it, folks. I think I've covered everything. If there's any other questions anyone would like to ask before I wind it all up, please ask them now. So yeah, just while I'm thinking about it, what do we say? We go, yes, butthole, yes. To me, that's the yes butthole. Butthole. I won't say they're Asgard killers. The thing that I like better about these than the Asgards is that they're a metal insert. Pleasure, mate. The airflow is as good, if not better than the Asgard. I think that the flavor's better out of these than the Asgard because of the way the undercoil airflow works. But the Asgard's still probably in my top 5 of all time. Would these replace them? Possibly. Don't know. Time will tell. This is the first experience. And you can't say that something's better than something else until you've used it for a fair while. So, look, do I recommend that people that like RDAs go out and buy them? Yeah, I would say, yeah, 100%. If you're an RDA user, these, yeah, fantastic. As you can see, piece of piss to build. Yeah, great flavor, great build quality. Why wouldn't you buy it? So anyway, peoples, that's where I'm going to wind it up. Thank you all for your support. I really appreciate you all. Take care. Have a wonderful weekend. I will see you guys that are in Craig's Discord server for the after show. Thank you very much. Enjoy your weekend, and we will see you all next week. Take care and bye for now.